Hey everyone, Doug McNeilly here with Coldwell Banker Realty in Metro West Boston. So let's talk what you should do when you get a bad appraisal. So usually before a bank will lend money to a borrower, the bank sends out an appraiser to make sure the house is worth what the buyer is paying for. And that's fair. The buyer or the bank wants to ensure that their stake in the house can be recouped if the buyer defaults on the loan. So this is a little bit different bad appraisals than when property values are rising rapidly. There's lots of bidding wars and the appraiser doesn't have the sole comparables to justify the run up in home prices. So that's a whole separate situation than a bad appraisal. And a bad appraisal is where the appraiser actually uses incorrect comparables or comparables that aren't really accurate or true. So what's the best way to combat this? And as a listing agent, your best way to combat this is to get ahead of the issue altogether. So as a listing agent, you should always provide the appraiser with an information packet. Now, we have to be clear that we are forbidden as real estate agents in discussing at all the value of a property with the appraiser or discussing the value of it. What we can do, however, and we should be doing, is we should be providing them the information to make an informed decision in their analysis. So as local agents, we have knowledge that maybe a house sold at a reduced price because of a divorce situation, or let's say the house has a terrible layout, the comparable house has a terrible layout that's not reflected in the pictures and there was no floor plan in the multiple listing service. Or let's say that the lot has a very high water table and you know that the basements flood on that street all the time. That's information that the appraiser wouldn't have because it's not in the multiple listing service and it's not in the public record. So a good listing agent should be providing sort of all that commentary in a packet to the appraiser so they can make an informed decision. And sometimes you do get, bad appraisals and bad comps, and they're very hard to fight because unless there's a glaring omission in the report or there's brand new information that came out like a day after the report, the appraiser is most likely not going to adjust that at all. So your main way to get ahead of a bad appraisal is to head it off before it even happens. If you have any questions about this or you would like us to answer any other questions, reach out to us at metrowestbest.com.